everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over how you can put your logo in a Zoom window and change that logo as you see fit instead of using your default picture in Zoom. So let me illustrate what I mean here. So if you watched the previous videos, you know that we need to start with OBS. OBS is Open Broadcast Software. And you'll be brought to whatever your default scene is. So this is my default scene with HNP in my YouTube channel. So if I were to open up Zoom at the same time, so again you go to your Launchpad, go to Zoom, it'll take a second and Zoom will open up. Patiently for Zoom to open up here. In the meantime, what we're looking to do here is inside OBS, you want to create another scene. So you want to hit this plus sign down here in the corner. Oop, now we got Zoom located. Zoom loaded, so we're going to go into a new window. So here we have no video going into Zoom. So if we go and look at our video options, it says it's coming in from the OBS virtual camera, which means over here in the bottom right of OBS, we have not started our virtual camera yet. So if we click Start Virtual Camera, Zoom is now picking up our feed from OBS. So, over on Zoom, let's say someone is talking in a meeting and I'm muted. And I just want to step away, or I need to step away. What most people do is you hit stop video on Zoom, and then you're greeted with whatever your default picture is in Zoom. But what if you have multiple businesses? What if you came up with a logo that you don't want to show up in Zoom because Zoom has your personal picture and you want the logo to show up? So that's the solution we're going to talk about today. So what you do in OBS is you create an additional scene. So we're going to go down here and click the plus sign for scenes. I'm just going to call it test 2. You could call it still background. You could call it, logo. You call it whatever you like. You click OK, and it's going to enter into that scene. And down here in sources, we have nothing in this scene. So we're going to go ahead and hit the plus sign. And we're going to go to an image because we want it to display a still image. So we go to image. I'm going to go ahead and use one that already exists, but you could click create new and pick whatever file you want to pull it from. If I go from existing, I'll go down and maybe use the solar logo, for example. So I'm going to pull my solar logo and click OK. Then it puts it tiny in the corner here. But we don't want it rogue in the corner over here. We want it to be centered and as big as we can get it so it's more noticeable. So what you need to do is right click on that image, go to transform, and go down to fit to screen. So by doing that, it centers it, makes it as large as it can, and then I would go ahead and padlock it down here under sources. So now you can't accidentally move it, change it, or anything else. So now, if you look over to the left here in Zoom, we now, instead of the image of me talking, we have my solar logo. And then back in OBS, I can jump back to me, or I can jump to a logo. So there's the health insurance logo, or a solar logo, or a YouTube logo. So this makes it easy to jump back and forth between different logos instead of just having one option and shutting your camera off. And by switching to one of these still logos, that is what people would see in your Zoom window. So I hope this is helpful to everyone and that it helps people put their logos into a Zoom window and maybe change it up as opposed to the default Zoom icon that you would get. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns about how to do this in the comments below. Thanks everybody. Have a wonderful evening.